You know the old expression, scared to death, right? Well, how about scared poor? It's a new survey out shows 61% of us are more afraid of running out of money than we are of dying. The survey from Allianz Life also shows 56% of us consider financial crises as a permanent part of our lives, our retirement planning. 46% were forced to reduce or stop saving altogether for retirement, and 53% of us are hesitant to invest in any additional money in the stock market for the foreseeable future. Gee, I wonder why. Is this just Joe Biden's economy? Is this all about Joe Biden's economy? The stock market isn't reliable anymore? We're terrified of not having enough money for retirement?
Part of it. I mean, look, Joe Biden is to blame for all of these things. He looks around and acts like they're happening to him. They're all happening because of him. The American people are scared to death. Is that a pun or a joke or something? Because of it. It's like that poll that showed people were more afraid about public speaking than dying. So it'd be like they had no problem dying, but they didn't want to speak at their own funeral type thing. So obviously people are concerned and they're afraid. The poll just amplifies exactly what we already know, which is Joe Biden's policies are a disaster. We're all taking it in the teeth. That's why he needs to go.
And we don't have confidence in our country and in our economy anymore. And we've forever and ever, we've had a great deal of confidence in our. There are ups and downs, but now it feels like you shouldn't have confidence.
It's not only lack of confidence, but it's uncertainty, right? So, you're going to die. If you've been good, you'll go to heaven. I don't know about those that are, on the other spectrum. But the reality is that when it comes to the economy right now, it's about not knowing if they're going to have enough Americans are going to have enough money to pay their bills. And when you look at the fact that the majority of economists are saying that we're going to hit a recession sometime by next year, think about it, during the election cycle, it's troubling for folks. I mean, a lot of people are planning for their retirements. Now you're talking about a vast majority of Americans living paycheck to paycheck, and the cost of food, cost of electricity going up. It's scary. It's a scary time.
It's impacting older Americans, I think, more than anybody right now. And that's what's awful. I think the younger generations will hopefully have, time to build up their wealth and bounce back from all this. But it's the older Americans. I was looking at a survey from CNBC, and half of the respondents in that survey over the age of 55, they've spent their emergency savings over the last year, trying to make ends meet. They're going into credit card debt right now. Really tough times. And this is Joe Biden's economy. And he's out there touting, oh, hey, gas prices are down from what they were. Well, no, they're still a lot higher than when Trump was in office. So it's tough for a lot of people right now.
And Gen Xers, who are amazingly just a few years away from retirement age themselves, are also especially freaking out about all this. 47% of Gen Xers say that they can't even think about saving for retirement and are just trying to, take care of day-to-day expenses, month-to-month expenses. 64% of Gen Xers say that they won't have enough saved for retirement, period. 67% say their income is not keeping up with the rising cost of living in Joe Biden's America.
And no one wants to buy their CD collections anymore. The Gen Xers that got all the great, music, no one even wants that. So that major investment that was made, unlikely to issue a return. When death is the good option, it is easy to see why John Fetterman is so depressed in this economy. And it is a direct result of the inflation. Like Jen was saying, if you're a younger person, if you're in the economy, you can go make more money. You see variable income. But if you are hoping that you don't outlive your cash and that cash doesn't go as far as it used to, you can easily see how there is a true victim of this. They want to act like they can keep printing money and underwriting debt, and no one ever pays for that. But it's actually grandma and grandpa who pay for that when they don't get to live their final days and final years in dignity.
Well, and I mentioned that Senator Sheldon White's Only Club was on television with the Reverend Al Sharpton yesterday, and he's already setting the stage, and they have this in the works, to blame the Republicans for the bad economy, because they're going to blame the Republicans for this debt ceiling bill, which Joe Biden signed and the Democrats in the Senate passed enthusiastically, and more Democrats in the House voted for it than Republicans in the House. But their plan is already to blame the Republicans for the bad economy and for the recession that will inevitably come. That's what they're setting the stage for now, and that's that.